culture, for the culture, for the culture, culture, the culture, culture, for the culture.
Yo, what's up, everybody? It's your boy Tamel Cuts, proud owner of Uppercuts Barber Shop.
What up, everybody? I'm Lonnie Horn, proud owner of World Class Faders and World Class Stylers Barbershop and Salon.
You're watching another episode of For the Culture podcast, going down every Tuesday at 7 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. And like our guys in the clubhouse would say, the clubhouse is officially open, Jack.
Yes. Happy Tuesday, T. Melly.
Happy Tuesday, my brother. Happy Tuesday.
Happy Tuesday, Mama. Good to see you in the clubhouse. I see some other people lined up. We got something exciting I've been talking about, so I know y'all here. Do not hang up. Do not hang up. This is going to be a good one, man. Shout out to the TDB versus family, man. We love y'all. Hope the family's still sitting and watching in the living room, and hopefully we're satisfying y'all for sure. Yes, and hello to my auntie. My auntie Deborah, and welcome home from the hospital.
Oh, yes.
Yes.
Welcome.
All right, man. You ready to jump straight into this, right?
No, I'm is.
All right, man. I want to talk about what you're wearing. Actually, you look a little blurry. I want to be able to see what you're wearing. I want to be able to see what you're wearing. It's okay. It's gonna come around. T. Melly, why don't you talk to me about what you're sporting today, man?
Well, man, that's covering my crown right now. We got that De La Baby Latino's brand. It's the GOAT. I love this hat. I love the material of this hat. I got 3 of them. One of my favorites. And then one of my favorite schools, the Mixed Institute of Cosmetology and Barbering from Sacramento, California. Love Robin, Shari, and everybody over there that runs that amazing school in South Sacramento. And they're one of our biggest supporters for all of our events. They always sponsor our events. So we're happy to always shine the light on them. So thank you all so much.
I know, those are 2 of my favorites too. Man, starting on the crown, y'all, I am sporting the Reform cap. Shout out to the whole Reform team. They came and shot an amazing video piece at our shop. And they are all about helping people who have served their time, paid their debts to society, be able to rebound and be a contribution to the community. So shout out to Reform. And then on the chest, man, we got Salute the Barber, our barber brothers out of the Tennessee area, making big moves, man. So we're real proud to support them today. The reason we do this, man, is we get blessed with apparel and gear from people all over. And this is our way of saying thank you to them, giving, exposure to their brands. So if you guys want to send some larges out, 2 larges, we done got it together a little bit. We both back into some larges now from XLs just 3 months ago. Send them to the address below, and we'll be happy to, share on our platform. So with that being said, you guys, that is our apparel of the week. And I'm going to ask my player partner, T. Melly Mel, to tell y'all about who we be rocking and rolling with.
Hey, I thought you was going to ask me what I did last weekend. I was like, I'm not ready for that yet.
Well, get ready.
Barber's Illustrated Magazine, the #1 magazine built for the craft. Featuring the freshest cuts, top barbers, tool reviews, and real industry stories. Get the magazine your shop should have had yesterday. Print subscriptions just $9.99. Digital subscriptions only $3.99. Single print issues $12.99, and digital single issues $4.99. Tap in today and level up your barbershop game. Barber's Illustrated Magazine, join the movement. Welcome to the world of barbering.
The best barbers and shop owners know that aside from customer service, presentation is everything. I mean, look around. If you want to grow long term, you have to show up. professional, and legit. That's exactly why I started Focal Fuse, to help brands look like industry leaders without the extra BS. Focal Fuse has helped some of the biggest names in the barbery and beauty industry bring their brands and expos to life to feel 100% like them. And availability is limited, but if you know we have to work together, just send a message, we'll have a quick conversation, and I'll take care of the rest. Peace.
Peace.
All right, man.
Peace.
Listen, I want to thank everybody who came over from Instagram, because I have been raving about our guest tonight, and I just really, really am excited to share her story. So thank y'all for coming over and rocking with us. Get comfortable, damn it. Get comfortable. T. Melly, he looked like you ready now.
What did you... all those commercials, I was thinking, like, T, what did you do? It's funny that, you know, when we don't, we're not hitting the circuit as much no more, because we're doing our own show and whatnot. But I'd be like, man, what do I be doing on the weekends now? And I'd be forgetting, because I'd be chilling, bro. I'd be chilling.
What'd you do on Sunday morning, T?
You asked me as if you know, and if you know,
okay. So let me talk about what we did this Sunday. Don't say nothing now. Sunday, we got to rock out at TNN Apprenticeship out, and don't come on. See,
now I know. Like, now I know.
Out in Woodland. Shout out to Marco and all those guys who welcomed us, man. We've been on a tour with 360 Jeezy, a 23 school tour to pump up our event that we're gonna share with you guys in a minute. But it's a super blessing, man. We get welcomed in, and sometimes we're just amazed at how we greeted at all these different schools all over the state and the country. So it was really nice. We got to go out there, and I think the coolest part was when we left, the owner saying, man, I can't even get them to come to school. You know, we tell them y'all are coming, and they show up, and they were deep, and we had a really, really good time. So that's what we both did last weekend with our partner 360 Jeezy. Let's talk about what's coming up, T. What's coming up, homie? You need some help again? I got you.
I like the show, bro. I'm a show and not a teller.
Okay. Show them what's coming up.
I don't think y'all know. And let me get us off and bump this.
You know what time it is, Sacramento? The Cap City Showcase is going down Sunday, March 15th from noon to 4 p.m. at Federico Beauty Institute. Some of the biggest names in the industry dropping straight gems. An educated person is dangerous. I'm elevated and rain. I'm telling you right now, you don't want to miss this. Please, God, protect me on this holy mountain.
Man.
All right, y'all. So that is our education event coming up March 15th. We're giving crazy education, and then on the second half of that, we are going to have the most amazing hair jam. So it's a lot of work hard, play hard in one day, one event, man.
This is the first time we actually incorporated almost every facet of the hair and beauty industry, with stylists showcasing braiders, locticians, nail techs, makeup artists. Nail techs is the new one that's coming this time, and we have 4, and one of them is tag teaming, so it's gonna be dope.
Yeah, it's gonna be fire, man. And we partnered up with 360 Jeezy, who is a worldwide name, and he's been touring with us. We're on a 23 school tour. Sadly, we're wrapping up because it's been absolutely fun. I think it's gonna be like high school, where you'd be like, "Man, I can't stand this place. I'm ready to be done." And then on the last day, your eyes get watery.
Right. Yeah, we miss you, Jeezy. See you on the 15th.
Yeah, man, it's gonna be so cool. And then it's not just about us, even though we are excited about what we have going on. March 14th, the Urban Barber College, they're going to be celebrating their 14 years with a barber battle. So if you're anywhere, 22nd, my bad. If you're anywhere in that area, make sure to support them, Urban Barber College. And then we just found out today, March 28th, what is their name? Paradox.
Paradox.
Paradox. Oh my goodness, one of the cleanest barbershops / schools we have ever walked into in San Jose today. We were in San Jose most of the day. And they have a hair jam on March 28th, which is literally just a week or two after ours. So if you ain't ready for the party to stop after ours, they're going to be doing another one. And then the next day,
we are at the Freedom Braiders Expo, man. It's going to be crazy.
Yeah, man.
There's talks of me competing against a famous so-called content creator, a little one, Jack, and doing some braids. So we're going to see if we end up pulling that off. But yeah, that's dope.
Man, it's going to be fun. So we got a lot of things going on this month. And with that being said, man, I really wasn't rushing, but I was excited to get to our guests. I was just excited, man. So this guest right here, you guys, don't go nowhere. I'm serious. If you got something to do it with this on, okay? I reached out to a barber friend of mine, and we needed some volunteer help. She said, "Oh, my little sister would like to do something like this and help you guys with the hair jam and et cetera, et cetera." And I'm like, "Okay, how old is she?" 17. Okay, cool. So I'm never just gonna say show up. I call her and I introduce myself and tell her about the event. Then I'm getting ready to get off the phone and I say, "What are you into? What do you do? What are you about?" And this young lady lets me know that she is an author. She's an entrepreneur. She's been one since I believe the age of 10. She's an activist. I'm like, hold on. I'm sorry. We're not FaceTiming, so maybe I got the age wrong. Maybe it's not 17. Maybe it's 27. No, 17 years old. And by the way, I graduated from high school 2 years early. Okay, listen, man. All I gotta say is this lady's story is something I've been wanting to dive into for so long now. So I'm going to be learning right along with y'all, man. We're bringing model, entrepreneur, author, activist, Celai West to the screen. Let's bring her in.
Hola. Hello, we're waiting on your applause to come. I don't know why it's tripping, but there it is.
Hello, Celai.
Hello, how are you guys doing today?
Well, blessed and highly favored, can't complain. Welcome.
We are all that Tamil said and very glad to have you. I'm a little too anxious, to be honest with you. Sometimes you're just too anxious. There's so many things I want to know, and I know my partner wants to know. So my first thing is, why is a 10-year-old a fashion model, a entrepreneur, author, and activist? Why?
So I started modeling when I was honestly 3 years old. I remember I was at a skating rink and this guy came up to me and he was like, "Oh my God, I want to shoot you." My parents were like, "Huh?" Because obviously they weren't familiar with, modeling. And they're like, "What do you mean shoot my daughter?" Right? Yeah. So they found out, oh, it's a photographer. He wanted to do a photo shoot with me. And so I ended up doing the photo shoot and I was like, oh my God, this is like so amazing. I love this. But again, I was also 3 years old. I couldn't properly communicate that with my parents at the time. So when I was about 5 years old, I told my parents, I really love modeling. This is what I want to do. And they were able to sign me with an agency at about 6. And also I was doing a lot of local fashion shows out here in Sacramento. That also helped me really fall in love with runway. And then again, this guy came up to me and he was like, "Oh my God, you need to be in New York Fashion Week." So a couple months later, I think for fall, New York Fashion Week, he told me to come out. I did. And I was like, oh my God, this is honestly amazing. And then I think about a year after that, I did New York again for fall. And I think I was at Madison Square Garden. And I feel like that was the time that I really, really fell in love with modeling. That's when I found like my own signature walk, even though I was walking with kids barefoot, even though technically you're supposed to be walking in heels. That was kind of the moment that I was like, you know what? I'm actually really good with this. I need to start like taking this seriously and like have this as an actual career, because I also really do love runway and also modeling. But for activism, you asked for that as well.
Yeah, but let's slow down. Let's slow down real quick.
Yeah, okay. No worries, no
I
worries.
was gonna ask you about your walk. I seen your walk, and I'm
Yes.
like, wait a minute, this girl walking like this, and you. So I was wondering when you was talking about going to New York and going to these other places before you discovered your walk. Were you being coached even before then to even be a model? And then what triggered you to find that walk?
Hmm. Honestly, I wasn't doing a lot of like runway coaching, like for my walk specifically. I think it was more like for runway navigation, like, okay, you need to stop here, and this is how you like pivot out of, like out of the pose.
Yeah.
So it wasn't necessarily I was being coached on like my walk. It was just like everything else. But so honestly, it just came to me one day because I really don't practice like every day. I will practice if I have a show, I'll practice like maybe 2 or 3 weeks before that. And so yeah, it just came to me one day. I don't really know what it was.
It's
It's like I
fierce.
entered a zone.
Yeah, it's
Yes.
fierce.
Cold walk. So everything we're diving into, you would say, is it safe to say modeling was the start of it all?
Yes, indeed.
Okay, got you. What did, out of this long list, what did modeling lead you to next on this list?
Modeling and then runway. And then I would probably say me becoming, well, I think technically like acting as well. A lot of acting classes. Um, And then I would probably say that's when I became a business owner for the Chatty Chick. So the Chatty Chick, it's basically a t-shirt brand that me and my mother came up with. So the name basically came from when I was younger. I used to talk a lot, like talk everyone's ear off, no matter their age. So that's where the name came from. It still kind of applies to me now, but it honestly,
No, I can't tell at all.
yeah. And so yeah, I started out the Chatty Chick as a way for people to show their love for their hair. So I had a whole bunch of shirts like "I'd be jealous of my hair too,"
Yeah.
and all of that stuff. But then, with things changing like politically, I wanted to use my shirts as a way to, like show that. So I have one that says "America will be great when we have equal human rights." So I think that's the thing that I'm leaning towards as of right now, because there's so much going on in the world right now that you may not want to say like literally, but you want to, show that with, your style.
So to be an activist has got to be something that like struck you to have to speak up about something. What was it for you that really just hit you like, man, I need to make a shirt about it. I need to be more boisterous about it to start leading you down that road.
Well, honestly, I'll say it even started before that, because I actually started as a texture activist a little bit before that as well. So when I was younger, honestly, just throughout my whole modeling career, I realized that I was being like mistreated for just the texture of my hair by a lot of the hairstylists. Like they did not know how to do type 4 hair. So I remember that I made like a little Twitter thread of a whole bunch of places and brands that had hairstylists that didn't know how to do my hair. And that went, pretty crazy at the time. And that kind of started my whole thing. I started doing a whole bunch of hair tutorials to show that, you know what, 4C hair is like versatile. You can do so many different hairstyles with it. And also to advocate for, like not hair companies, but hair schools to start teaching people how to style 4C hair and not just straight hair, because you're going to be working with a whole bunch of different hair textures, especially if you're working in the modeling industry. So that's
4C.
kind of,
I'm sorry, I've heard that
yeah.
term. What
Yeah.
can you
Yeah.
4C for people
4C
that don't
is
know?
like your like hair, like
Texture.
coils of your hair.
Yeah.
So like 1A would be like your hair is pinned straight, and then 4C is all the way to like it's really tightly curled, if that makes sense.
Kinky.
Yeah, kinky. Yeah.
Okay.
I think I'm a 4C.
You're 4C?
Yeah, I think I'm EOS.
Okay, so
What are you, Lon?
I am about I'm about a
Negative 4C. Nah, let me stop. I just messed with
I don't know. We call this a 1A.
Honestly, you could go from your beard because my dad's bald as well,
Yes.
and I got my hair texture from him. So
Thanks.
Really?
Yeah,
Look at you. You had answers for the ignorance. Look at you. You quick. You witty. Okay, so modeling, runway, acting, and then we opened this company, Chatty,
the Chatty Chick, yes.
the Chatty Chick. And you're how old when you start this company?
Ooh, I would say I was about maybe 7, 8, 9. It's been a while, so I would say around that age.
Okay.
So it's been like 10 years.
Okay, so I want to dive into Chatty Chick, but you also have a book, and
Yes, I
you
do.
have journals and other things. So let's like, I think you're gonna be forever. I think we're gonna have a whole line of things that you're doing forever. So it'll be hard to come back. So let's just do little pit stops. So let's stop in the Chatty Chick area. We start this business. You're 7 years old. How the heck do a 7-year-old start a business, Celai?
Oh,
And you got to have amazing support. You have to have amazing support squad. So please, how does a 7-year-old start a successful business, and what did that look like when you started it?
honestly, everything was through my mom. Like I told her, okay, I want to do shirts about like hair. Honestly, I was 7 years old. I couldn't really conjure up an exact thought of what I wanted at the time. So my mom was really like the driving force for everything. She honestly still is to this day, even though I'm getting older. Obviously, I'm gonna have to start to take care of things on my own now. But yeah, she was definitely the driving force for a lot, and also my number one support system when it came to basically all of my different ventures.
Shout out to moms.
How slow did it go for you?
Yes.
Or how fast did it go for you to get your brand out there and people started latching on to it?
I would say it definitely took a while. It took a lot of content basically. Especially now, you have to do a lot of stuff from TikTok and all of that. But I think at the time, again, lots of content, and it would usually pick up when I would have like a viral runway video. So a lot of people are already on my page, so then you like promote it, and then people start seeing it and they're like, oh, this shirt is really cool. And so that was kind of like my main thing. So yeah, it was
How do you sell these?
How do I sell
How
them?
do you sell them? Is it just through your website, through a website, through your
I
Instagram?
have my it's called the Chatty Chick, so I think it's mostly through like Shopify, but it's
Gotcha.
through the Chatty Chick. It has its own website.
Did you ever like show up somewhere like as a vendor?
No, honestly, I think I did it once. I was flown out for a fashion show, and after the fashion show was over, there was like a little event, so I had like a whole bunch of different shirts that people could buy
Nice.
from. But I think that was only one time, but that is a good idea.
That's a great idea, T.
Not if you winning right now.
Right. Has Chatty Chick become a profitable business for you?
It's pretty all right for right now. I feel like I haven't been focusing on it as much as I should be. But also that's because I'm in school again. So it's been a lot of different things happening at the moment. But yeah, I definitely
earlier on, did you have a run with it, or is it just been kind of like something you're just doing in the background along the way?
Yeah, it's definitely something that I'm doing in the back as of right now, but I definitely love to, get back into it. when I'm out of school.
Good stuff. Good stuff.
What is
Okay.
one of your biggest accomplishments so far?
Biggest accomplishments. I would say when I became the youngest professional runway model to walk amongst all adults in New York Fashion Week at 10.
Whoa,
How
whoa.
did that happen? How does a 10-year-old
Um,
end up in New York Fashion Week?
so there is a fashion designer that I really looked up to when I said earlier that I was going to New York Fashion Week for the first time. There was a couple fashion designers there that I really liked their designs, and I met them as well. So the photographer also knew the designer as well, and he introduced me. But then also the designer saw my Instagram, saw my walk, and he was like, "Oh my God, I really, really want you to pose for my show." So I flew out
Whoa.
from New York just for that, to do
Wow.
that, and it was definitely really great experience.
Whoa. Close at 10.
Yep,
Do you
closing
know
your
how
fast.
big New York Fashion Week is, T?
Nah, but I can know it's the Big Apple, and a lot of big things happen there.
Yep.
And it's like a fashion capital, and
Dude,
she was there closing at
that's a
yeah, so
big
that's got to
deal.
be massive.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah, man. 10-year-old, and is that when you're also a social media influencer?
Yeah.
You have over 600,000 followers on Instagram. What the heck is going
How
on,
did
man?
that happen?
Yeah.
Did this happen after the Fashion Week experience, or like how?
I would say it was definitely built up over time. I've had my Instagram since I was about 7 years old, and when I was really into modeling and the hair tutorials, that was kind of when I got my big break in, I'd say, with the hair tutorials. And then when I was doing runway, like back to back, I had a lot of different viral videos, like the one that I had in LA Fashion Week, where I was in like the really long, like pinkish coral dress. That was my very first viral runway video, and that had like 30 million views across a whole bunch of different platforms.
Wow.
So yeah, that was kind of also like one of my first viral videos, and then I've had a lot of different like smaller ones throughout my time in social media.
That is crazy. Does it? I'm assuming because you have that following, when you do put out a new product, it gives you a head start on getting it exposure, right?
Yeah, most of the time, as long as you can market it correctly, honestly,
Who does your
to what they
marketing?
want. I'm sorry.
Who does your marketing?
It's mainly me and my mom. It's always been a joint effort between her and me. She's like my momager. That's what people call her.
I actually scrolled over and caught her page, and I saw the momager on there, and I'm like,
Yeah.
this makes sense, man. It looked like she'd been supporting you since, I mean, since you were talking, like she believed in you.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So to take a young kid serious that early on, that's a beautiful thing right there.
Definitely really thankful for her.
And you mentioned school, but you're not in high school.
No, I'm taking some courses at a local community college as of right now. So I was homeschooled since I think sixth grade. So when I got to high school, I was doing school year round. So I was basically doing like two full like school years in 1 year, because what else was I going to be doing? It was during COVID. I had nothing else better to do. So I did two. Uh, 2 years in 1 year. That was honestly pretty easy for me. So I was able to graduate like late 2023
You
at
were
15.
at 15.
Yeah.
You graduated from high school.
Yes.
That's your
Yeah.
sophomore year, bro.
Right.
Like, I'm
Yeah.
done with this. On to the next one.
Right. Oh my
Uh,
goodness.
yeah.
And then you shoot
And
over to college.
yes. So I'm at a local community college as of right now. So my actual like thing that I wanted to do was I was gonna get out of high school, and then I wanted to use the rest of my like technically high school years to take college courses out there, just to, help build my business, whether that's business classes, but honestly, I'm taking a whole bunch of acting and theater classes because I also act. So I'm also taking a costume class because I really love sewing, designing, all of that type of thing. So that's something that I really enjoy. I'm having a fun time, but it's definitely time consuming.
So have you acted on something that we may know about?
Hmm. I would say I was on a Allstate commercial. Ooh,
Hey,
it was a while ago. It was
Was,
like a bit before the pandemic, honestly.
were you with the Let's All Stay Stan? Were you with
yeah.
him?
All
I
state.
wasn't with him. It was like a separate
All
commercial. So
state.
there was like
You're in
a
good
like
hands with all state.
State Stan.
older lady, and I was playing like the younger version of her at some point. So it was definitely interesting. I had to wear like a whole bunch of like 90s, 80s
Yeah.
ish clothes. So that was definitely an experience. And everyone, like all of my followers, like, oh my God, I saw you on TV today.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
dope.
Yeah. I was on a music video, if you guys know J Balvin. I can't remember the song, but I know that someone remixed it and it got really popular. Uh, but yeah, I would
Are
say
you
those are kind of
taking
like my main things as of right now.
are you taking acting classes or you
Yes, I'm
just
taking acting
natural?
class.
Yeah.
Definitely taking
Juggling
acting
that, juggling school, juggling your freaking business, your modeling, all of this stuff at 17. And then you say, you
class.
know what? I want to write a book.
Man.
Yeah, I wrote my book.
When did you write it?
I wrote my book when I was about 14. So that
Wow.
book is basically just about me and my journey as, just me in the industry, modeling, acting, industry, any of that. And it's kind of like what I always say, it's like that book is about me like gathering the stones that will help me build a foundation for like my future castle that I'll build when I'm older.
What's the name
So
of it?
I'm sorry?
What's the name of it?
The model blueprint, how to turn passion into profit. I don't have it with me at the exact moment, which is my bad, but I can definitely send you guys like a link after the fact.
Oh, that'll
So
be cool.
that can get one, yes. But yeah, that was just about me, all the things that I went through in the industry, a lot of the things I had to learn at such a young age, like rejection, especially being in the industry. You just
Mm.
have to learn how to take it. If they don't want you, then they don't want you, and you're just gonna have to move on. Even if you move to LA for a while, you just gotta keep going.
Was that
Um,
rejection tough for you in the beginning? Is that something that you had
um,
to build on,
I
or you
think
got it?
I think it was definitely hard at first, being like, oh, I worked so hard on this audition, like, oh, why didn't I get it? But honestly, over time, you're just gonna be like, you know what? Um, I did really good on this audition, and maybe I'm not what they want right now for this like project, but who knows? Maybe next time. So that's kind of the mindset that I've always had to
Great
keep, even though
attitude.
that may not be
Right.
fact. So that's definitely really helped me just throughout life as well.
It's amazing, man. Barbers Illustrated magazine said writing a book at 14 is crazy work. Wow. When I was 14, I was failing English, and she over here writing books. Amazing. Shout out to
Thank
Barbers
you.
Illustrated.
Is that the only book you've written?
I also did write a book with my mom. I was the co-author. So that one at the time was mainly about how to get your kid into runway. That's basically also the name of the book. Because a lot of people wanted to understand or know how to get their kid into kids runway. And there's also a lot of things that they had to know about kids runway as well. And then we also did one that's about for Black girls. So it's just about the same, but there's definitely some things that are different. Like for a lot of kids runways, sometimes they're only gonna want one Black girl, and then that's it. So you're gonna be the token Black girl, and they might not know how to do your hair backstage.
So these are your two
But yeah,
books. So what about the Teen Survival Guide?
Well, she often came right back. She snapped back like, oops.
She got back
She
quick.
snapped back.
So what about the Teen Survival Guide?
Um,
What is that?
Do you
So
feel like
the-
talking about that?
Yes, I do. I don't mind. I don't mind.
All right.
So the Teen Survival Guide is a it's basically a whole bunch of series of books for teens, like just so that they can figure out things that they may not know. So like time management, how to set goals, maybe even how to go like through social media, like internet safety, but also how to like not compare yourself to people that you see on social media, since that's like so prevalent in this generation as well. And also like mental wellness, again, because that's super important in this generation to talk about, and for them to have like an outlet, because maybe they don't have that through their parents, or they just need something to like vent through. So those are like my teen survival guides. They're pretty self-explanatory. But yeah, I've definitely really enjoyed making them. I know I haven't made one in a while, but I'm definitely working on another one currently. But yeah, that's kind of really it. I've definitely really enjoyed making them and all of the positive feedback.
And so this is a book. This is something you put together as a collage or a series to follow, or you wrote this as well?
Well, it's more like a interactive like journal. So there's going to be like a lot of questions that you can answer and like write in the book. And there's also like some coloring pages in the back, just as like a stress reliever. And also just like a lot of different things like information, like, oh, if you need help with this certain thing, then here's a lot of different resources that you can use outside of the book to help you like with time management and goal setting. So yeah.
Where can someone find any or all of these books?
So they are on my Amazon under Celai West, or you can go, honestly, to my website, celaiwest.com, and you'll also see them there, along with my t-shirts from the Chatty Chick.
You got a name that I just can see in lights.
Too.
It just seems like it's gonna be out there real big.
Yeah. Thank you.
I need your autograph before you really like 600,000 already on Instagram. I gotta get autograph before you hit that meal.
Yeah. You mentioned in the Teen Survival series, you mentioned mental wellness, and then I've also seen on your page that you address sensory safe knowledge. And I'm just curious, why is that a big thing to Celai? Why is mental health and wellness such a big thing to you? Is it something you experienced? What is it?
So personally, I had a cousin that I was pretty close with. She unfortunately took her life a couple years ago due to, her mental issues and stuff. So that's definitely something that was really close to me. That's why I kind of really wanted to write the book, or make the teen survival guide, because honestly it's something that a lot of teens go through. Even if I may not go through it myself, I see it all the time, even through some of my siblings at some point. So I think teens definitely deserve a way to like write their things down, or to know like, oh, maybe this thing is so bad that like, yeah, I do need to go to therapy, or yeah, I do need to just tell someone about this.
Wow, I'm sorry to hear about your cousin, but I'm very proud of you for using that experience to help others and to strengthen yourself, and to give yourself therapy by not burying it but addressing it and growing through it. That is a big move at any age. Forget your age. That's just a big move in life, period. So, man, very proud of that.
Yeah,
with the Chatty Chick, and because it's shirts that you make with statements on them. Are any of them? Do you have any that's related to maybe mental health? I know you have some that's empowering for people as well. what is the main thing about the shirts that you make?
Um, I've never really thought about doing one for like mental wellness, but honestly, that could be a good idea if I was able to like find like a certain phrase or design for one or something. But yeah, for my t-shirts, the main thing that I really focus on is anything to do with hair or anything like political. So I also had like a Black History Month section where I had a whole bunch of ones where it was like a whole bunch of like buried cities and all of a lot of like different like massacres as well. So it's like oh, I see your shirt, and like, what does that mean? And you're like, oh, just go look at these names or go look this up, and you're just gonna get a whole Black history lesson from a shirt.
Yeah. Yeah,
That's
I've seen
fire.
some of them. I'm like, ooh, I like that.
Yeah, that's fire. I even like the one where you break your name down and you got your
Yeah.
saying under it. Like that's really dope. Are you an only child to get all
No.
this support and
I
attention?
was gonna say,
Who like how does this work? Like you had to get so much support and attention. How many siblings do you have?
So, I'm actually the youngest. So technically, I grew up kind of as an only child because a lot of my siblings are so much older than me that like before I was at a quote unquote conscious age, as some people say, they were already off to like college. Besides maybe Deja, as you know, her. But yeah, I have like five siblings. So
You
we're kind
said
of like the
you said
yeah,
like five.
like there may be some extras around the
Right.
house that
She said
I
got
bump
like
into here and there. But
like five,
it
six.
was
yeah.
like 5 or 6,
I have
six,
like
seven,
yeah
6, 7.
yeah I have five siblings. So we're kind of like a mixed family. So my dad had two kids before he met my mom and had me, and then my mom had three, and then they came together and then had me. So yeah.
Gotcha.
It's, I have another question. So, is it you started modeling at 10 years old? You built a business, written a book, built a platform, but you're still a teenager. How challenging is it to have that success while not yet having the full freedom and control that adults have?
That's a good question. I don't know. I feel like that's really through my mom. I feel like because she manages a lot of my stuff, I was able to like go out and still, maintain me like as a child, unlike being a child. So yeah, I don't really know how to answer that. That's like a really good question. I've never been asked that before.
So with all of these adventures and these things you've been tackling and doing over these years, you've had a childhood.
Yeah.
It wasn't stripped from you because of all these things.
No, honestly, I feel like some may think that it was when I explain the stuff that I did growing up. But honestly, I feel like that was just me as a person. Like as I got a little older, I got really shy. And also COVID happened like right in the middle of my teenage-ish years. I was like 13. So I kind of missed out on a lot of stuff for about two-ish years, which is why I was doing a lot of school. So right when things or quarantine got out, that's really the main reason why I started to do in-person classes at the college I'm at, because I really needed to like reintegrate myself with people my age, because I hadn't done that in so long. With being in the industry, you're just with people that are a lot older than you, and that's going to change how you act sometimes, and you're always going to think people like are above you, so you have to relearn how to talk to people that are like at your same level, if that makes sense.
Yeah. I just want to pause right here and give this to your mom for growing you up to be a very mature young lady, but also been able to have a great life and not miss out on much and be as successful as you are with that kind of support is And with her juggling, the other kids, well, they were grown, but she probably learned a lot raising them five. That when she got to you, she's like, "Oh, we gonna do this. I got a plan. I have a plan for you." But kudos to her, man, and whoever else is your support staff. They did a great
Yes.
job.
To the momager, for real, for real, for real. Yeah, your whole story is impressive. No, you're welcome. What's in the near? Actually, I want to know both. I want to know what's in the near future, but I want to know what does life look like for Celai in the next 5 years, and then what would you like to see in 10 years? I know I made it a 3-part question. So let's start with what's in the near future. You're almost 18. What are you excited to embark on in your next chapter?
Yeah. Now that I'm 18, I would really love to get signed with the modeling agency. I know a lot of them were looking at me when I was about, like late 16ish. So now that I'm 18, then I would really love to go back out, do any type of auditions or things like that for any agencies, because I really do want to get back into modeling and runway. That's like my main thing. I love it. But also like on the side, as I was saying, I'm taking a costume class because I really love sewing. I do really want to dive deep into that. Just sewing is just really relaxing to me. So I think that's something that I really want to do as well. So I've always thought like, I'm doing runway, I'm always on this specific side of it, but I want to see like what it's like from these different angles. Like, okay, what is it like when I'm a designer? What is it like if I'm in like production? So I've been, or I'm hoping to work in production for one of the plays that is out here in the college that I'm at, so that I can get that type of, experience of being in production, but then also working on the clothes.
For people that don't know the modeling industry, is there a certain age that you can get signed, or can you get signed younger than 18?
Honestly, it kind of depends on what the agency wants at the moment. Sometimes they'll sign you at whatever age you're at, maybe like 16. If they're like what you want, or if they don't have anyone that looks like you on the roster. But usually, if they want you doing like stuff like going abroad or anything, then you're most likely gonna have to be 18 or older.
Makes sense.
Man. Okay. So we're going for the modeling. That's the immediate. What does 5 years look like for Celai?
5 years. I feel like hopefully by then I've gotten back into runway modeling by then. I would really love to like be the face of maybe like a skincare or makeup brand, whether that's like I could go from like Elf to Fenty, if you guys know what those are. Or honestly, walking out in South Africa for a runway show out there, I would love that. Like not just
Wow.
Milan or Paris, but
Wow.
somewhere, out there, I would love that. So
That's
that's definitely
fire.
something I would love.
I want to read this to you. I really love this. It is amazing. She is very empowering. This podcast got me stuck. Seeing her being so young and flourishing is amazing, and I have to see this walk. That is so cool. She got to go check that walk. Go to Celai.
Yes,
It's
Instagram.
CELAI West. And you guys make sure to follow her.
Let me ask you this. Being black with the type of hair that you have, that you're very proud of, and a lot of people in the industry wasn't proud of, what is like your hair care products that you're using? Because there could be some out there that's struggling to rock that type of hair.
Yeah.
What is it that you lean? Do you go all natural products? Is there a certain brand you care for?
So as of right now, I don't use a ton of products right now. I've really like simplified my hair care routine as of recently, just to fit like what I want my hair to look like. Obviously, I have a protective style on right now. So I usually go, I wash my hair about once a week with like a black soap, then a shampoo, and then a conditioner to get out any thing that I may have had in my hair beforehand, even though it's never much. And then I usually stretch my hair with like a blow dryer. And then I use like a foam, if you guys know what those are, like any type of brand of like foam.
Yeah.
That'll and my mom just like, she usually does my hair. She like sections my hair out and puts the foam on like the ends of my hair. And because my hair is obviously gonna be fluffy when it's blown out, but then my ends are like curled, so that gives it like a nice like blown out look. It's kind of hard to explain because I don't have it on right now.
Yeah.
But honestly, I'm really very, very simple as of right now. It may change.
I love the hair out on your headshot. That was classic right there. So you guys can see it on the thumbnail after this video. Hey, there we go. Actually, it's even more out than that on the thumbnail.
I've seen.
Yeah, it was dope. Who puts your outfits together? You got so many different styles that you rock in on all your pictures.
Honestly, that's all, or 99% my mom. We love going out thrifting together to find like any type of statement piece, whether that's a skirt or a shirt or maybe even a shoe. And we kind of build out the outfit around the statement piece. So it's definitely her and me kind of combined, but I feel like it's more her, and I'm still trying to like pick up on how she styles things. It's a bit difficult with her.
That's pretty cool. And speaking of thrifting, you were on the cover of a magazine for your thrifting, right?
I don't know. I don't think so.
Oh man, let me pull up these facts, man.
We fact checks over here. Fact
man.
Check her. She do too many things. She done forgot something. Lon.
I wonder if it was one of those. You know how you do your own magazine look on your picture, but it was highlighting your thrifting.
Oh.
I'll find it while T-Mail.
Was that with the skateboard?
Okay. No, it wasn't with the skateboard. But anyhow, your fashion though is shout out to moms again. Miss Linda, she has really been going in with you because your fits look dope.
Thank you.
Look like you got a designer on there.
Yeah, thank you.
I'll find it. But anyway, yes. Moving forward, man, this is gonna be so fun to watch you grow. It's gonna be so fun to watch you grow. So when you get it more into the fashion side of things, do you feel like you'll pull back on the entrepreneurial ventures for a minute and build your personal brand?
I don't think so. I think I definitely want to have that stuff going in the background, have stuff constantly coming out, whether that's my team survival guides at some point or especially my shirts. I definitely want to have that as something that's going on in the background as like ongoing like income as well to, feed into like the things that I do want to do, whether that's the modeling or the runway or the designing. But yeah, with the designing, I definitely do want to do that, whether that's me designing like actual clothes. Like, I don't know, I used to, like when I was younger, I used to always like draw, but I feel like I definitely stopped doing that at some point. I don't have to like get back into that, get creative and stuff.
Well, you got to draw if you're designing. I watch all them design shows, and the way they be putting stuff together on paper, I was like, what? Yeah. And then they bring it to life with the materials. I'm like, this is amazing.
Yes.
Yeah. So,
go ahead.
Out of all the stuff we discussed, is there anything that we missed that you may want to let everybody know about?
Honestly, not that I know. I think, no, you guys picked up everything.
Ooh,
we're digging.
Yes, you guys.
We're genuinely interested. Seriously, genuinely interested. This content goes out in clips. It remains evergreen. So this could be something that inspires somebody tomorrow, next year, or 5 years from now. And then we believe we're talking to a future just superstar. So I think it'll be also cool to have a piece to look back on where, you know, we're documenting this moment, this snapshot of Celai.
Yeah, when she comes famous, we'll be like, we interviewed her. Look, she's riding.
Yeah, so we'd love to keep up with you. Appreciate your time. Thank you for even being willing to do this. You inspired.
Thank you for having me.
Oh, you're welcome. Hopefully you'll be down to come back so we can, you know, update on what's going on in your journey.
Yes, for sure.
All right, y'all. Please make sure everybody like, subscribe, share this. And T, how often do we do this, T? Like,
I'm headed there right now.
Every
Tuesday at 7 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, you guys. And like Lon say, make sure you guys subscribe. We can use more subscribers so we can help get this beautiful interview out to even more people. Other than that, guys, we'll see you on the other side next Tuesday. Peace.
Appreciate y'all.
For the culture, for the culture, for the culture.